today we are going to actually create the zones first, and then we will configure the IP address to the interfaces, and then we will create the security policies today. So those are things we are going to learn today, and at last we will try to communicate from this PC to the internet, like google.com, facebook.com, anything, and we will see how the packet is going. Okay, so those are the things. Let's see. We'll take a dashboard from this management PC, and we are going to learn again how we create the zones. Guys, let's log into device, the console. Let's see I'm able to log in or not. Let's log in. Okay, it's taking time. Come. What is DMZ? Okay, see guys. As I said, this is my firewall. This is my firewall. This is connected by the internet, and that is called outside interface. Okay, this is outside interface. Okay, so we know that. See the naming, whatever I am giving the name outside, it could be anything. Even you can give any name, even your name also. That's what I'm saying. Nothing. But as for the network security terminologies, okay, as for the network security, what we are using, if any interfaces which are connecting with the internet, those interfaces called outside, because it is connecting with the outside public or outside guys. Okay, like it's connecting outside of the world. That's why we used to call that interface is outside. Okay, and for the LAN, where the LAN users are connected, LAN users, your employee are connected, that we used to call inside. So that's why we can create a zone and give a name inside. That could be any name. I'm still saying you can put any name. It could be anything, even your name, even your office name, even your nothing, anything. But as per the network terminologies, network security terminologies, inside means it's a safe zone. We used to call, okay, LAN is used to be sitting inside because it's a safe. We need to save this LAN users. Okay, we need to secure. Actually, instead of using word safe, we need to secure. No one should come from the outside and can hack to my LAN user. This is for the LAN subnet. Okay, so LAN user should be secure 100%. Okay, make sure. But see, actually everything should secure 100%, but LAN should be, it means we are not going to give any communication from the outside. Can be if required can be, but my LAN user is called inside, means it's a safe zone, trust zone. Okay, trusted zone. Outside means untrusted, because there is public hacker, there would be a chance of coming of a hacker, anything from the outside, because it's connected with the internet. This one is not connected with the internet. Why? Because this one is private IP. Okay, so this is a safe zone. And there is a one more. Even you can create multiple interfaces, not one, even thousand of interfaces if you want to create. But just for the example, you can put any name according to your, like your firewall is one is connected with the suppose I'm taking India name. Suppose one is connected with the Mumbai. Just give Mumbai, any name, Mumbai zone. Okay, one is connected Delhi. Just give a name Delhi zone. It's all depend on the name how you're creating. One is connected with the Kolkata. Just give Kolkata zone. That's all depend on the name. Whatever name you can. One is connected with the anywhere, like outside internet. So you can give internet zone. No need to put outside. But whatever, it's all depend on the, what I can say, name. So DMZ is also a name. But what is the meaning in terms of network security? It is meaning is demilitarized zone. Demilitarized. Okay, militarized zone. It means not military, demilitarized. It means it is not, it is safe, but not that much. Why? Because why I'm telling you, because at DMZ, we used to put web server. What is web server? Web server is kind of stuffs which have a access from the internet. It means from the internet, people can come and get access of that server. So that kind of server which have a connectivity to, from the internet, those kind of server we put at the DMZ. So see that we are going to use this lab today. Okay, so we have already make a configuration. See that show, what is the command? Show interface management. This is a command to see the IP address of my management. I have already configured IP address 192.168.100. Okay, that's it. Only we have configured that IP only. Okay, we have already configured. I'm logging to this management PC and we have also configured this PC. Let's log in. And I got the access and the PCI IP is 192.168.1.1. Okay. And we have checked it was pinging. So I'm directly going to log in. HTTPS. Okay. Admin password is test@123. Okay. Let's close this one. What is showing? It's showing welcome to Pan OS 10.0. It means this is what is Pan OS? Panoramic. Sorry. Palo Alto Network Operating System 10.0. This is 10.0 operating system. Close
So,
it. Okay, remind it later. Okay, guys, for dashboard is already cleared. Come to the network. I'm going to create the lab from the very beginning again. Okay. We will configure the interface today. So the first steps, always remember, if you want to configure the firewalls, this firewall, Palo Alto file, the first steps to configure, not create, whatever you want to put, create zones first. Okay. First to create zone. Second, configure interfaces. Okay. Third, configure routing. Four, I will show you. Those are the things. Four, configure NAT configuration. I will show you what is NAT later on, network address translation. Fifth, configure security policy. Security policy. And then sixth is save the changes. Commit, save changes. So these 6 steps is required for a basic setup of the device. We are going to do a creating the zones first. Okay, let's come to the zone, come to the network tab, go to the zone and create on add. As I explained, once you create the add, just give any name, guys. And just give any name, whatever. So I'm going to create as per the topologies. I'm going to create two zone. One is inside, one is outside. Okay, two zone. Okay, so inside. Just I've typed inside. Lock setting, we will learn when the lock topic would come. Type. So I have explained these many types of interfaces. Okay. Tap is used for monitoring. Virtual wire is used for transparent firewall. L2 is interface is used for VLAN. Once we configuring the VLAN interface, that's time. Layer 3, where we are going to put the IP addresses. So okay, so we are going to use layer 3 only. And tunnel, when the VPN stuff should coming, VPN tunnel. So mostly we can use L3 all the time. So only what I did, I have just configured the name and just type layer 3. That's it. Those are the things not required. We can explain later on if create a user ID based ACL, and those are things not required. Just create ACL. That's it. Okay, I have created the one zones. I'm going to type again and just going to create outside zone, and type would be layer 3. That's it, guys. Okay. And my two zones inside and outside, I want, because I'm going to configure two zone only, inside and outside, as per my requirement topologies. It's created. Okay. Now come to the interfaces. Okay. So I can see interface 1/1 is connected with inside. Okay. So let's click on the interfaces. Go to the interface. Okay. And click on first interface. Click on it. Now we are going to give IP addresses to this interface. See that we never change, we never edit this first interface name. That would be the fix. Okay. This is the comment. It's all depend. You just put anything inside zone, outside zone. It's the comment, like adding comment only. You can comment anything if required. If not, then keep it like blank. Interface type. Yeah, we are going to interface type is L3. See that there is a difference I want to show you. If you type tab, you will see only two things: config and advanced tab in the below. Okay, only two things. Okay, if you choose HA means high availability. You will nothing. You are just going to get a tab for advanced only. If you are going to choose virtual wire, what you are going to config, advanced, these kind of stuffs we are going to see. Okay, even we can't add IP addresses till now. Till all three, whatever we have seen the interfaces. L2. When you choose L2, we are going to see advanced like VLAN configuration, which VLAN we are going to use, which security zone. Okay, in advanced link speed, link duplex. Okay, which we already learned, and enable LLDC. Nothing much more. Okay, so we are going to choose L3. In the L3, come to the config. In the first tab config, we are going to choose virtual router. What is virtual router? Virtual router is kind of a router, as the naming is saying, virtual router. Okay, it's kind of a router, nothing else. It's the router, but it is a virtual router which actually a part of firewall. In your firewall itself, this is called a virtual router, which actually helping to forwarding the route config. That's it. To forwarding the route. That's it. You can create multiple virtual router. When I will explain the virtual router, there is a separate topic. I will explain the virtual router. Okay. So virtual router is actually, just giving a brief. Virtual router is actually, you can create even multiple, one or two or three multiple virtual router, but one virtual router is actually, one single virtual router is actually enough for your firewall event. That is enough. But if you have a requirement, I'll show you when it's required. If requirement, you can even take multiple virtual router. It's all depend. Okay, but one is enough actually. Let's come. So virtual router, if I click the drag and drop, I will see there is a default already configured. It's a default virtual router. Okay, it was already there. It's a default. I am not going to manually adding anything. It's by default. It's there. Just select it. Okay, don't think about anything. Okay, I will explain later on. Just select it. Security zone, the zone which I have just created, right, inside and outside. Those options we are going to see here. So this Ethernet 1x1/1, that is I'm going to use for inside zone. You can see, even if you want to create a new zone, you can create it from here even. Okay, there is option, multiple option. Just select inside. Come to the IP version 4. Okay, as I explained, even we are going to use static. I have explained there are multiple options. Okay, one is static, one is PPPoE. What is PPPoE? PPPoE is actually using for ISP. If you have a ISP connectivity, you can use PPPoE. Like it's a link, direct lease line connection when coming, and you just inserted inside into your firewall outside port, whatever this port. There you can use a PPPoE. Okay, so actually here we are not using. What is DHCP client? As I explained, DHCP client, it means it will get the IP from a DHCP server. Okay, so because this my interface is connected with the DHCP server, this is the DHCP server which also connecting with the internet. I will configure my outside interfaces of DHCP server. So we will see later on. Let's come. So here we are going to use static. If you select static, what kind of options we are going to see? Add. I will give the IP address of this interface. Okay, the 192.172.16.1.100 IP address I'm going to assign to my inside zone. Let's come. Just type 192. Sorry. 172.16.1.100, and don't forget to give a subnet mask /24. Okay, guys, just click here. You will get a gray. If you want to delete it, you can delete it. Even if you want to add multiple IP, you can add it, guys. Just I'm giving for the example. I'm typing. See that it is going to take. Okay, even multiple IP is going to take, but actually it's not required. You can do a move up, move down option. These are the Palo Alto giving you all options. Okay, that's why it is next generation firewall. But see, whatever would be the first IP is going to be used, is going to be give a priorities for that. We are not using anything. We are using only that IP. Okay, because as for the interview, if someone gonna ask, so you can let know that okay, in one interface even we can configure multiple IP. That's for your just for the information. Do not use it. Okay, so 172.16.1.100 we are going to use for this interface. Okay, now come to the other next step, IPv6. As I explained, we are going to use IP version 4 only. This is not IP version 6. We are not using IP version 6. Even it's not for the SD-WAN, just leave it. This SD-WAN is a totally a different topic. Okay. Now come to the advanced. I'm going to you can see that link settings. What is link setting? It is the link speed that is auto. It means it's the gray. You can't even change. Even link duplex is auto. Why it is gray? Why? Because the whatever the link speed it is getting from the peer. What is peer? Like from the its next router or next switch or next PC, whatever the packet would coming, you no need to configure a specific one. It will be auto. It will be negotiate auto with the same link speed. Okay. And for the duplex, like we have heard, half duplex, full duplex, like hub was a half duplex, switch was a full duplex. So it is if someone have a half duplex or full duplex device connected with this Palo Alto device, it will auto negotiate with this. Okay. Like if one device has supported half duplex and if one device supported full duplex, then the communication between these two is not going to happen. We know that, right? It's a basic CCNA. Okay, so it is auto. So that is very much advanced. Now you can see there is a link state. Guys, always make sure that this is auto. But if you will not even configure the IP, you can. This is like any Cisco no shutdown, right? Same thing. You can make it up. If you do the up, your device is going to be green. It will start showing green. It means it's up. Device interface is up. If you want to do manually down or administrative down, if we know in the Cisco device. Likewise, if you want to shut down the device, you can do it. Okay, but make sure keep it auto. Okay, that's fine. Okay, here is I've explained the management profile. Like what is management profile? If you want like this interface, you want this interface can also be accessible ping or HTTPS or SSH. You can enable those services actually on this interface. Okay, for a security perspective, it is by default blocked, but for the management interfaces, it is by default enabled. Okay, guys, that is clear. The same which is already enabled at management interfaces, even you can configure or enable it on this interface. How we are enabling? Like suppose we are going to enable. Okay, just click drag and drop here. Management, go to management profile. Go to okay, just click on it. Just give any name. Ping. This is I have given the name. This is name ping. Okay, that's it. Whatever name if you want to give. So these are the services, guys. I can enable it. Okay, these are the administrative service like HTTPS, Telnet, SSH, even ping. Even I have enabled the ping. It's all depend. If you don't want to allow, you don't do that. But if you want to allow, just you can allow it. Okay, I just put okay. This is for the MTU size. MTU size we know that 1500. This is by default gray. So almost all done. Okay. Once I put okay, you can see that Ethernet 1/1. It's the type is L3. All the information we are going to give. Management profile we have configured. It's a name ping. Okay. What are the services enabled? We want to be able to see here. This is the IP addresses of this Ethernet 1/1. Okay. Default router for virtual router, which I'm saying it's chosen default. Okay. Tagged, I will explain later on once the object group come what is tagged. Okay, I will explain. Okay, this is not a virtual VLAN. This is not a virtual wire interfaces. Security zone insights. Those are the information we are getting. Okay, let's come and we can configure this interfaces as a DSCP. Okay, let's ping. Let's click on it. Okay, just select L3. Net flow, just keep it like this. It's for the log. Okay, I will explain later on. You can configure even later on. Once the log topic would come, I will explain later. Virtual router, just keep default, guys. Okay, just default. Security zone, we are going to select outside. Okay. Okay, outside. Okay, because I want this PC to use as I want this interfaces to act as an outside zone. IP addresses, guys, we are going to use static. We are going to use DSCP. I have just selected DHCP. That's it. It's enabled. Okay, DHCP enable, and then second, automatically create default route pointing to default gateway provided by the server. It will automatically get the IP and the default gateway. I did not check anything. I didn't do anything. Okay, keep it like this. Those things not required, as I explained already. Okay, even I did not enable management profile. Nothing, not required. Okay, if you want, you can. Just like if I also want that if someone ping to my outside interface, if someone initiate any ping or any telnet access for this interface, you can enable it. So if you click on it, see that there is a one which we have already configured, right? So it's already there with the name of ping. It's all depends. So I just selected the same, whatever the service it was using. The main thing is here to just understanding the DHCP client. Okay, I didn't do anything. I didn't configure any IP address. Just selected DHCP client and just type okay. That's it. Okay, you can see the interface type is layer 3, management profile it's ping. Okay, and IP address it is getting from the DHCP. If you click on it, you will get all the details once you commit it. Okay, leave it like this. Virtual router is default router and security zone is outside. Okay, that's it. We have configured the zones, we have configured the interfaces. Let's commit it, guys. Guys, see, there is a many things. Commit all changes, commit changes made by admin. Okay, so in your office, if like, just I want to explain something about the committing. Like, some of your colleague came into your morning shift and he did some changes, but he did not committed it. Okay, he did not commit it. Make sure. Then you came to your office and you did some changes, like you have modified anything, you have create one policy, anything. So you just want to, there is a two options. Either you will commit everything. Everything is smart. It means what? Even your, whatever the colleague has configured in the morning, whatever are the previous changes or previous, editing has been done into this device, all can be commit. All changes configuration will be saved. Or either if you select this, whatever the changes you have done, admin, see specific username given. Okay, so I am logging into this as admin. So it actually in your office it will show by with your name. Okay, so whatever changes you have done, you just commit those only. Okay, so these are the actually main distinguishes. Make sure it's very much intelligent, guys. Okay, in the Cisco, whatever the configuration has been done, if you put a right, okay, WR, if you run the WR right memory, it will save everything. So see that you can even differentiate it. There is a preview changes. This is a preview changes. Whatever you changes you have done, you can see as a preview. Change summary, validate commit. Okay, if you do any commit, you will see the validate commit option. It will validate. So make sure before full commit, validate your status in the office. What is validate? It will check if any kind of error or not. Like sometimes, like you're creating any policy, it will create some shadow policy. What is shadow policy? I'll explain. Okay, so it will validate your policy and confirm that whatever you do the changes, configuration is valid. Okay, it means you can go ahead and commit it. Okay, guys, so this is the actually difference. What is preview changes? If I click on it, so it's asking how many types of lines you can see. Just type preview changes is what? Whatever changes I have done, see that added. You can see that added, modified, and deleted. So in green color, if you see anything, it will show in the added. Okay, added. See that I have explained actually the candidate configuration and running configuration. Running configuration, it means it was a by default configuration which is already pre-saved. It is already saved. Okay, but candidate configuration, it means what? Whatever we have did the changes right now, those would be my changes. Whatever I have modified anything, those would be seen here. So come below. See that there is a color. Remember the color. Okay. So see that there is a legend that green added. It means green color. It means added. You have added it. Yellow color. It means modified. You have modified something. What is a modification? Like the same, like the policy was already there, but we have do some modified. Added means it's a new kind of creating a new policy, adding a new route, or adding a new NAT policy, those kind of stuffs called newly added. Okay, added. A deleted means you have deleted something. So those kind of information you were able to view in the preview changes. If I go down, see that this is my previous, like previous configuration. Always remember this side. This side my candidate configuration. It means whatever I have just now changed it. So earlier, if you see that Ethernet, whatever it is, nothing is showing. Now here, it's a blue. It's a yellow in color. It means what? It means it's a I have added, modified it. Modify. I didn't add anything, but it's a modifying. It's showing modified. So what? Ethernet 1/1 layer 3 NDP proxy label enable no SD-WAN no whatever it is IP 172.16.1.100. So all the information whatever I have interface management profile ping enabled. So whatever we have did the changes we are able to view here. Okay, see that everything link state auto Ethernet 1/2 layer 3. Okay, this is 1/2 layer 3 NDP proxy enabled no link interface management profile we choose ping right DSCP client. This is for the DSCP client, and there it was static IP 172. So all the information we are able to view here, guys. Come, and there it is going to see in the green in color because we have added it. We have on interface management profile. We have selected ping right, HTTPS right, SSH and ping talent. Those are the things. Ping is the name, and these are the services. Those we are able to view in green color because it's a newly added. Interface Ethernet 1 Ethernet 1/1 1/2. See that these are the things are the same thing here. Nothing was there because it's the previous configuration. This is the candidate configuration which we have just modified it. We just change it, add the configuration. This is the zones. See that this is my previous configuration. Zone is nothing. If you see here, zone inside network L3 Ethernet 1/1 is assigned to 1/1. Then other zone is outside and network layer 3 or Ethernet 1/2. So those are the information we can able to view. What is VCs? VCs is this is a one device. It's showing it's a virtual system. Okay, so if you have a just VDOM, okay, so if you're using a two device, so you will able to view two VCs. Okay, so one VCs means single individual firewall device. Okay, so like when we have running in the Panorama, we know that Panorama is the management device for the Palo Alto device. So what would happen in the Panorama? We have individual Palo Alto firewall device would integrate. Okay, will integrate with the Panorama. At that time, it will showing VCs 1, VCs 2, VCs 3, like all the four firewall. If you have integrated with the Panorama, it will give the name VCs 1, VCs 2, VCs 3. So like if you're adding any policy, if you're removing any policy, so where you are adding actually, so there you have to define whether VCs 1